We're back with our content planning live. Most likely bi-weekly, but we'll see as it goes along, depending on how I feel. But I'm back. Today we're planning. We're getting back into planning our content. So if you're new here, welcome. It's me, Chanel, the creator of CraftPrint. And I go live here on YouTube bi-weekly. So every other Sunday, we're going to be here to try to plan out our content, either for the week, for the 2 weeks, or for the month, whichever you prefer, whichever is easier for you. So I'm going to just, I thought I was charging this thing. Tavon,
Yeah.
can you come see if you see my cell phone? All right, so I actually have another live plan. I think this is a little slanted. Hold on. In about 2 hours. So today, the most we can do is an hour and a half. So I'm gonna go straight into. I had it somewhere. See if it's underneath that right there, or underneath anything on the desk. I can't remember where I put it, but I need it because my iPad is dead. So I actually started planning my content. Thank you. For YouTube. I'm going to focus more on YouTube, obviously, because I haven't been doing it good. But I planned out my content for YouTube for an entire month. For Instagram, I have 2 pages that I need to plan for. So today we could kind of sit down and work out my week, my 1 week plan, or maybe 2 week plan. And we're going to do that together. If you need help, just ask in the comments. I can see them. I'll be able to see them off of my phone. If you need ideas for yourself, for your page, some tips on editing, whatever it is. I'm not perfect when it comes to those things, but I know a little bit, and the little bit that I do know, I don't mind sharing. So let me just, okay. I forgot to tell you. There we go. All right, so we're gonna chat about my 1 month, and I'll show you how I planned it out, how I plan on executing all of it and getting it done. But of course, I sat here. I still think this is a little slanted. Hold on. I sat here without the paper. I had my planners. How'd that look? I still look slanted. It still looks slanted. Oh. It's gonna do. Let me go get that paper right quick. And good morning to anybody who came in. So, the main thing is, first you need to know what platform are you working on. It's very hard to work and grow all platforms at one time. So try to focus on the one that's most important to you and put most of the attention into there, and then flutter onto the other ones. And I'm going to kind of explain that. So for the month of May, my focus is going to be YouTube. With you creating for one platform, you can create for others. So I plan on doing 2 YouTube uploads a week. Most likely Monday and Thursday, something like that. I haven't decided yet, but 2 per week. Now, the videos that I have to also tell people about it. So that's going to be content for Instagram, Facebook, maybe TikTok. I post there once in a blue moon. So all of that, there goes reels and content, just promoting your page for people to come to watch that video that you uploaded. So the first thing I did was I wrote down the dates, or at least 2 times a week. So I said Monday and Thursday. This is my scribble list. So I'm starting with YouTube. I'm doing 2 times a week, Monday, Thursday, and I wrote down, you see that, the Monday, Thursday dates. And then I started planning. So I realized when I first started YouTube, I wanted too much to focus on actual projects, and it was a little too much. Good morning, Safa. And I realized you don't need those long videos. People actually don't even want to watch the really long ones unless it's really something they need to learn. So I was told by other creators, try to get your videos about 20 minutes. It's good to have more or less, but the average 20 minutes. So my focus is going to be 20-minute videos on top of long videos. So I decided I'm going to make sure I sprinkle in unboxing, small tips, little things you mention on Instagram. Remember when you post on Instagram, people are seeing it for maybe a week. People don't really scroll all the time to scroll down to your old stuff. But YouTube is like there for when people search it, they're gonna find it. So something simple as like cleaning your mats, how to use a specific tool, small things like that. I'm gonna sprinkle in, and that's what I wrote down. So like I'll have tutorials mixed with some unboxing, mixed with some small tips, and I planned out each one. And also too, if you feel stuck trying to figure it out, go scroll on Pinterest, scroll on Instagram, scroll on YouTube, see what people are doing, what people are into. Even if you created, like, let's say you created a cake topper, and I had to remind myself this too. You can do another video with another cake topper, just another theme. Even if it's just you switching out the image and all the techniques are the same. Because I've posted things and then people would ask, like, can you show me how to do this for Hello Kitty or something like that? And in my head, I'm like, it's the same thing, just switch Hello Kitty. But a lot of people, especially new crafters, sometimes don't know that. So create a whole new video for another theme, and that gives you more content. And these are things I have to remind myself because I have been at a point where I'm stuck trying to figure out what else to create. And also, I'm gonna tell y'all what I have on this list too, because I myself, I don't have a problem really sharing too much. Some things I keep to myself, but like my ideas for videos, I really don't care if somebody knows. If you feel like you're gonna run and copy it, good luck to you, because half the time I don't know what I'm doing, much less for you to follow crazy old me. So I honestly don't mind saying the things that I do, and it's kind of helpful. Hey Bernice. So what I did, I wrote down my 2 days. I wrote down the idea. So like this week coming here, I'm gonna do a quick video. I think it's gonna be under 20 minutes, so just about 20 minutes on how I clean my Cricut mats. And then another video for this week is going to be the unboxing and setup for the F1. Good morning, Sugar Cakes. Look at you being on time. Good morning, Precious Pieces. So next week, I'm going to do a tutorial on which scoring wheel to use with your Cricut machine. So I'm going to show people the 3 different scoring attachments for the Cricuts, what Cricut they work for, just explaining that to them. And that's something that's really, real easy, really quick. And I'm going to put that up there. And then also the second one is going to be showing how to create a different type of centerpiece base. I'm not going to do the full centerpiece, I don't think. I haven't decided yet because I didn't record that one. So the next 2 is going to show how to change your Cricut blade. And then I'm going to do some engraving on the F1. The following week, I decided to actually record how I plan out my content. Because this week I did it a little bit different. So I'm going to actually put it into an actual video. And then I'm going to show a video how I make my fake cupcakes. You never do unboxing? Listen, that was me. As soon as it come, I open it. But I'm starting to realize I have to stop and think, because then I got stuck with not knowing what to post or not having anything to post. So if you just like pull out your camera real quick and record it, even if you don't do anything with it, edit it later or add it later, just try to remember to record it. I'm definitely that person that was excited. Like this desk, my new desk, I'm mad I didn't do an unboxing for that either. But I'm going to do a video showing, like, this is my new desk, this is what it has or whatever, and I don't have an unboxing. So if you kind of forget the unboxing, just show us the product. Show us how it works, or explain to us where you bought it, how much it cost, what made you buy it, what you're going to use it for. A lot of times things seem obvious to us as crafters, but you have to remember there's always new people coming into it, or people who just discover a certain product. So you want to explain what is it used for. Even if it seems like it's obvious. And I'm learning this. Things to me that seem very obvious to people sometimes are not obvious to others. So I think it was like a cake topper I posted, and somebody asked me, what am I doing with that? And that confused me. But it also reminded me, even if it's in the name of the product is what it is for, sometimes people don't know what it's for. This is actually a husky. I'm obsessed with husky. I have an obsessive compulsive personality. Once I find something, I gotta go and keep getting it. Or if it's a brand that I like, I'm gonna keep buying stuff from the brand. This is just me. So I got I think the 52-inch one. It can raise and lower, but it's a hand pedal. It's not electronic, but I don't mind. I love it anyway. It has 2 drawers in the front, and of course Husky is like built for tools, so it's sturdy, and I love it. And now that I have this, we got a caliper yesterday to measure the thickness of items. Like, when you use acrylic, you usually need to know the exact thickness of your acrylic and stuff like that to create items. And I finally got the caliper yesterday, and Joelle bought a Husky brand. And then now I want another Husky product. But it's needed. This is not like not needed. It's a Husky cart, like a tool cart. So you can put your tools on top. They have 3 drawers, and they have like a little compartment at the bottom to store stuff. So that's next. And hopefully I don't look at no more Husky stuff, but that's just me. So products that you forget to unbox, still create content with it, just showing us what it is. I have something that I bought, I think it was 8 years ago. It's called a Crinkle It, and I use it once in a blue moon. But every now and then, people who know what it is that search the hashtag will find that 8-year video and comment under and ask me if I would sell it to them because they discontinued it. And I thought about it today, and I'm like, why don't you make more content with it? Even if it's discontinued. Like, I don't know where to tell people to get a new one. I had bought it from Home Shopping Network. But you can put paper in it, feed it, and it's just like a shredder, but it crinkles it like the crinkle paper that you purchase. And I remember today. Crinkle it next month. That's going to be another tutorial. So even if it seems like simple, easy, small, that's too quick to, like, you're thinking, I know I used to think YouTube needs to be like a process. You need something where you need to explain beginning to end, There are people always searching up small tips. There's people who search like, let me see something real simple. I don't know, how to turn on your air conditioner. Like, simple things. How to maybe turn on the Cricut. There's people looking it up. So create some of those small tips on top of your long form content. That's the reminder. So I have 1 month's worth of YouTube content for me for twice a week for the month of May. Yesterday, now writing, planning, thinking out, figuring out is just the beginning. And that's actually the easy part. I need y'all to remember now we got to do the work. And we have to. I know most people that come into my lives are just like me, and we just be every week saying we're going to do, and we don't do shit. It's time to cut this shit, y'all. We have to make our own content. So this is what I did yesterday. I had the whole day, actually. I only went outside. No, I didn't. I was braiding. But anywho, I planned for it to be a content day. So I actually recorded the beginning of multiple videos. Just the introduction. Because another thing that I want to do, it is the hard part. And you have to like make time. As much as, for me, I scroll a lot sometimes. I cut that, like I put the phone down, and that time I use for scrolling, I'm creating. I'm creating because it's out of hand. So this is what I did. First and foremost, if you're new here, I always make mistakes. It's okay. This page is about just explaining the way that I do things, how I do things, and not telling you need to do it this way. That's all about the CraftPrint, okay? So this is how I did it. So the intros, I usually do an introduction with the product. Like, I'll show you the cake topper and be like, all right, guys, today, I'm nowhere in it. Just videotaping the darn cake topper. This is what we're making. Let's go right into design space, blah, 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 blah. So I realized that the way that I show up on Instagram, I do not show up on YouTube. And that's going to be my change from now on. You're going to see me now. So I did introductions like this. I wasn't sitting. I think I was standing. I'm going to do some sitting though. But anyway, introduction where you see my face. I'm telling you what I'm doing and I'm showing you the product. Right? So I filmed like 5 introductions yesterday and just keep them away. Bernice is amazing, isn't she? And thanks for coming. So I filmed the intros, but what I did was I set aside outfits. So some of the intros, like 2 or 3, I have on the same shirt. It was only shirts and not outfits. I'm just saying outfits. Ain't no bottom. It was pajama bottoms, but nobody sees my bottom or my crusty feet, so I didn't even have to lotion that. I just had to put on the top. I put a little bit of something on my face, a little bit of gloss, earrings, and I think I changed my bracelet. So I laid out 3 t-shirts. And when I say outfits, it was t-shirts. 3 t-shirts, just, new, clean. One was striped, one was gray with a word, and I don't know, a cream one. So I laid them out. I laid the jewelry, which was just like I changed earrings, and I think I changed my bracelets. And I laid them out, and that's how I recorded. I changed my t-shirt. I put on the new earrings. I made an intro. One intro was showing you how to clean mats. So I had the mat next to me, recorded it. That was like not even 4 minutes, but a little bit. Left it in my phone. Did another intro. I think that was for the scoring wheels. Recorded me saying, hey guys, it's me, Shondell, blah, 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 blah. I also kept all of the bloopers because I'm going to create content off of that to remind people that it's not easy. It's not. We don't just record and it looks perfect and it goes in there. I think one of the intros, it took me 8 tries to not make a mistake and get it pretty decent. Then I changed off, new earrings, new t-shirt, did another intro. So right now on my phone, I have like 5 or 6 introductions for my YouTube videos. And the tutorials haven't even been recorded yet. I did one recording yesterday. I woke up this morning and I think I recorded how to clean the mats. I recorded the scoring wheel video. And later today, I'm going to try to record 1 or 2 more. So everything doesn't need to be bunched up in a day. Try to pick one day where you can even just plan. Just write down everything you need. Plan out where you need to post, what you need to post. If you're going to do the outfits like the intros, do the same. And what I'm going to do too, that I didn't do yesterday, I'm going to obviously turn the camera. How do I keep it organized? Kim, I don't. It's a ball of shit over here. I'm not going to lie to you. It sounds good when I say it. But so today I wrote on computer paper, right? And sometimes I do this a lot. And then I lose it. And I got to start over. But then I also have planners. So it depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I write in a planner and I keep it neat. And I keep it organized. And I come back to it and it's real good. And then the next week, I'm writing on cardstock to remember what the hell I'm doing. So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm very organized. It's a shit show every week. But for now, what I'm going to tell you is get a designated book or a planner. This planner here is for the CraftPrint page where it's like my tutorials and stuff like that. So what I usually do, this is more personal though, with like my bills and shit like that. And then I have a smaller one for the same brand. I just love cute planners, so I end up collecting and not using. But anyway, planner to me is the best way. If you have a digital planner, do it. I also keep a notes section. I'm going to show you guys real quick. When I film, I use my iPhone, and I bought a phone stand from Archon Mounts. So this is why I said that's going to be one of my tutorials. I don't have big, crazy equipment, but I'm going to show people what I do use to record these things. So I keep notes in my phone. I'm going to show you guys real quickly the name of the folders, and that is also helpful for me. So I have the CraftPrint shop. I have the CraftPrint. I have affiliates. So sometimes ahead of time, I'll put my affiliate links. I have the affiliate companies, and then I have each company that I have affiliate links with, and then I'll put them in here, name them, and add the links. So once you create these videos and edit or whatever, you still have to put a caption with links for people to use. So I'll just come back to my notes, and it'll be there. So using my notes really helps me a lot. Sometimes I'll type captions in there and keep it, and then just copy and paste for later, so I don't have to do everything all at once. Hold on, let me get that comment. So I do use just the iPhone. Yeah, organizing it in folders too. I do have folders because I have folders in my phone too. Like I have my outro for my reels. I save those. Those are separated. So I have one for the CraftPrint, one for the CraftPrint shop. So when I'm creating reels in CapCut, I just go to the CapCut folder to get the endings for those. If there's projects that I want to post for Pinterest, I have like a Pinterest folder in my phone where I will put those things to remind myself, because sometimes I save so much shit and I totally forget, and then I don't scroll back. So those folders are helpful too. And this is why I tell people, like, I don't have like one way. It'd be a lot of back and forth, crazy. Easy to editing, use CapCut. CapCut to me has been the easiest for me to use on my phone. I can even edit my YouTube tutorials in CapCut. The thing is, and I'm the type of person, when it's something new, I get overwhelmed just thinking about having to learn the new stuff. To me, CapCut is pretty easy. And I'm glad you said that, because I went and I saw a comment, and I did one of the easiest videos I do is when I film myself assembling let's say a cake topper, but I filmed the entire process, whether it take 20 minutes or half hour. And then I edit it down to end up being like 10 to 20 seconds. Those are the easiest for me. You literally just cut out all the pieces you don't want and keep the little section where your hand just goes and places it. So that is another tutorial that I'm going to add for me to do as some of my content for the month as well. But for me, CapCut has been the easiest. Also, when it comes to creating reels, CapCut have templates already there that you can create too. You will just have to drop in your pictures or your videos and change the wording, the caption that they have on there. So on days where you don't have like a full tutorial filmed, just go in there and climb in and get a one that's already there. And if you notice stuff that are trending, like you ever see videos and then there's a person that's like, you could see that it's cut out maybe from a movie and they're doing something. Everybody does that in CapCut. Let me just try to find one quick fast, because I think when I say it, it sounds confusing. Let me go to CapCut real quick. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but when you go into CapCut, they have you either edit or they have templates, right? Most of mine, I do edit myself. I don't want to try this. I don't even know what that is. Let me get out of YouTube first, because that's blocking us. Right? So these are the templates they have. So like maybe this, I don't know what it is, but let's say this is trending. The green in the back is where you're going to put your stuff, and whatever this sound is, let's see.
It's possible I'm still in shock. I'm gonna go to my room and process what just happened. Thank you for your attention.
Good. So let's say that sound is trending. All you're gonna do, you click use template, and you're gonna add in what your content is related to that. She's saying, I'm in shock. Find something interesting to shock you. I don't know. You found a sale in Michael's. Do I have something in here? Let's say, all of these are kind of long. Let's just use this. This is a reel that I already created. I'm going to upload it, and you'll see how your video, you can even just use a picture. Let's say it's a picture of yourself with a finished project. And you can use the caption as in, you started the project over and over and you never thought you would finish. So that sound saying, I'm in shock. So it'll show up. I don't want to export. It'll show up at her here.
I'm gonna go to my room and process what
and it'll be your content in the background. So this is just a random video I chose. And then you just click export and it saves to your phone. So that's a good way to use templates. Also, it's not only just like talking templates. Like this one is a template.
What if the rest of this year turned out to be the best of this year for you? What if all you had to do was believe and everything you've hoped for came true?
So that sound, those words, all you gotta do is change the video, use template. I'm gonna choose something. This is pretty cute. Me and my sister. So that.
What if the rest of this year turned out to be the best of this year for you? What if all you had to do was believe and everything you've hoped for?
There goes your reel. And reels like this with like the soft music, just the caption, and your stuff playing in the background, they're pretty popular. And there you go. That's CapCut. CapCut. And that's a really quick, easy way to make your reels. So there you go. All right. So now I recorded my introductions. What I'm going to do today, what I was saying is, y'all know the orientation for Instagram and your for your reels. What is it called here? Shorts and things like that. You got to turn the phone. So I'm going to flip it and do some introductions for my reels to match those YouTube content. So I have it planned out. This is a sloppy, and it's okay. Let me tell you, everything don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it. If you prefer to be more organized, which is better, I ain't gonna lie to you, do it. But if you feel like right now I can't be bothered, grab some. I just took this right out of the printer today and wrote it down, and I'm just gonna keep it, and I'm gonna check off as I finish recording. And when it comes to like the editing at night, when I jump into bed, I jump in CapCut and start doing my editing. And here's another tip for your reels, right? Good morning. And I'm going to give y'all an example. So I did a get ready with us, with myself and my sister. And nothing in the get ready with me, there wasn't a point where I thought I liked the thumbnail. Because you know when you finish, you have to save that thumbnail, which is going to be the picture that people see. So you can do your thumbnails and don't save it like with the video. So what I did was I took a screenshot from the video here that I liked, just random, but then I added words to it because I wanted the screenshot to be us with the explanation that it's a get ready with us, but I did not use these text in the actual video. Like I didn't want it in the video, if you understand what I'm saying. So create your thumbnails for your reels, for your YouTube tutorials, and have them. Because when you upload to Instagram, you can choose a photo out of your phone to be your thumbnail. So that's what I like to do. With YouTube, you cannot. I don't think you can. I haven't seen it. With your shorts, you have to choose something from the actual video. You have to choose, like scroll and choose a scene from the actual video. With Pinterest, you can upload a thumbnail from outside of your phone. TikTok, you cannot. You got to choose from the video as well. And Facebook, I can't remember, but I don't think you can. I think you have to choose from the actual video. But in the cases that you can, I like to have my thumbnails ahead of time to save to my timeline. I do not have like a theme going on my timeline where everything needs to be a certain way, a certain color. For me, once it's a bright picture that people can know what it is, I'm good. But I would say theme pages, they look good. They look good. You know how you see people and everything on their page is pink? Those are like those kind of like theme color pages. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Carolyn. All right. So, and now I also recorded like the beginning, the cleaning mat video. I recorded the intro yesterday. I recorded how I cleaned it today. And now I'm waiting while it's already dry. I just didn't have the time. I'm just going to go back and record the ending for people to see that it's still sticky. Put a piece of cardstock on there to show them that it's sticky and you can use it. So remember, you want to try to plan ahead of time so that you can do it in pieces like that. Because a lot of these videos is for May. Next week is May. I don't really got that much time, but the first week of stuff is almost done. We're finishing today. But if you can plan ahead of time, then you have days where you can record intros, and then like later on in the month or so, you can record the body of it and then the ending or whatever like that. So planning ahead is one of the best tips I could give you. Right now, if you're planning for next week, you still got time. Also, it has been circling. I don't even know how much of these stuff be true about social media because there's so many changes. But what they're saying now is less is more. Less is more. So we used to be focused on trying to post more, like once a day. There's people who did 2-3 times a day if they could. Less is more, they're saying. So try to post every other day, maybe every 3 days, not so much. So I think that's actually a good thing. Now we don't got to stress ourselves. There's some days where I feel like I do have more content, so I'm going to post a little more. And there's nothing wrong, even if people are saying this is what's going on. If you want to post a little less, you're not able to post more, do so. Always stick with what you're capable of doing. Don't burn yourself out. trying to always keep up with what the hell Instagram says, because Instagram is going to change on us like every damn month. So, but right now they're saying maybe, I guess, 3 times a week. So that's a good thing. Just make sure there are things that are like long tutorials. Not all your stuff needs to be there. There's reels where I'll come in. Like I did a reel where I came in, I act like I flicked everybody and just reminded them to post their content. Those perform better than me actually teaching somebody how to make something. I think it's really that social media is content overload at the time. And people are happy for like a little relief, a little laugh. So remember that when you're creating content. Not everybody's funny. Like I can't do, like there's people who do like full voiceovers. I look stupid. Like I'm not good at voiceovers. When there's trending dances, I'm not good at that. So I don't do that shit. I stick to what I'm good at. Because people will feel it through the camera. Like there's sometimes I look at people and it's like secondhand embarrassment. Like girl, we know that's not you. You're just shaking your ass for some views. But y'all get what I'm saying. Stick with what's you. Be you. Because it's hard. It's very hard to like fake it. Because you got to keep that shit up. So relax and be you. You crack jokes sometimes. You're very serious. That's what you're giving on your social platforms. Your personality. You need people to get to know you on top of, most of us are selling something or trying to build a brand. And part of that is having your followers, customers, whoever they are, get to know who you really are. At this point in my journey, I've been here a decade. So it took me some time. And I still feel like I haven't reached a good amount of followers or subscribers or content for 10 years. So just remember that it does take time. But what I did build is a community. There's a lot of people. There's things I don't have to tell. They know my personality. They know I joke around. They know I'm crazy. They know who my kids are. They know the personality of my kids. They know who I'm dating. They know how I feel about dating. People know me and they love that. So try to get people to know you a little. But also, you don't got to give all your business. You don't. People can get to know you without knowing. There's a lot that people don't know about me, but they also feel like I understand her, I get her, I like her. Or they get to know me and be like, I understand her and I hate her, so I'm blocking her. And that's okay, because that's not your person. If the person feels you out and they feel like, I don't like her, they're probably not going to buy from you anyway. So if they leave, better for me. Like, I never stress unfollowers, because damn it, you wasn't going to buy my card stock anyway. So leave. And that's what the beauty of social media is. You get to know the people you want, feel them out, and you follow them. Now, as for your timeline too, that's, as much as we might not think about how social media kind of, I won't say influences, but it kind of does your mood. If you're following like, I know some people who, for years, they're always posting negative shit. Like that will bring your mood down. Make sure you're following upbeat people, motivational people, crafty people if you're a crafter, that's actually posting crafts, things that's going to excite you, maybe tips, tutorials, or whatever. It's to the point where that person, I don't follow them on my business page. I think I stopped following them on personal page, but anytime I see their content, I'm already pissed off. Like, okay, what now today? What hater is probably invisible. No one is really probably paying this woman attention. But what hater do you have today? It's been years and she'll keep talking about the same negative stuff. That changes your mood. I can't deal with that. You're getting unfollowed and most likely blocked. So you want to follow people who is going to motivate you. People who are, mostly too, people who are doing way better than you. That's who I like to follow too. Because that shit is going to motivate you to do more. So make sure you're also following people, and not even, they don't have to be in your like niche or anything. It can be, I don't know, tech. I follow people in tech. I follow some people in nursing, just to like motivate you a little more and push you to do a little bit more. I push y'all, but we be pushing each other. You know what I'm saying? But it be back and forth. So not just me. Even though I know that I'll be motivating at least once a year. I don't know. I'm very inconsistent, but I don't lie about it. I do tell people. That's why sometimes people will say like, "Why don't you like get into coaching?" I can't. I really can't. Um, I be back and forth with a lot. I plan a lot. Like 100% of my life is planned out. How much percent is actually executed is the issue. 40, probably 40% is actually executed. So that's why I tell people I'm not your coach. I'm just here to let y'all know what I do, how I do it, when I mess up, how I pick myself back up, and just tell people how it is on this side. And that's why I try to remind people too, when I show something, I'm not telling you this is the way to do it. This is the right way. This is the correct way. This is just my way and what I've seen and what I've done. Because if you go in my room, I have books galore, planners galore, pens, cute. I got a whole like pen container. I love all the planning and organizing shit, but am I planning it out and executing? Am I actually organized in here? 40% of the time. But I ain't gonna lie about it. Because most of the time, and that's another thing, I hear people say, I don't have the perfect space to film. I don't want to show my craft room because it's not built up and it's not perfect. Show it anyway. Because most of us don't have, or we started off with nothing and we're getting there. There's going to be people that can relate to you that aren't there and they're trying to get there. And that's true. I remind people, this is 10 years of posting on Instagram that you're seeing here. Year one, I ain't had shit. The walls were bare, there was empty, there was a Target desk and a Cricut I bought on a payment plan, and then I grew to get all of the things that I have now 10 years later. Post it. We can relate to each other. And even though like now I don't have like nothing, I can still relate to starting from the bottom. Post it. That's your content. The things that I'm talking about here, that's your content. And don't ever think like, I don't have a big enough follower to be giving out tips and stuff. Do it anyway. You don't know who's going to see it. You don't know who is going to help. Do it anyway. I would say change it up. So I think like Tip Tuesday is so common. I actually recorded something and said Tip Tuesday and I deleted it. Because I'm like, you know what, you hear that a lot. It's very common. Give your tips and you don't have to name it or create a segment. Find a way to make people laugh. One of the best things to do is to make people laugh and to teach them something. That's what people want. You don't always have to like shove it in people's face. Like people tell me like ask to see the craft room often. But at times I feel like I don't want to only post my craft room all the time because I feel like I'm shoving it in people's face. Like, look what I got, look what I got. And I actually don't like that. Like I do be excited, like, ooh, look what I got. But I don't want to shove it in people's face to grow off of saying, look what I got. Like I got all this stuff. So I don't do it too much. For me, it's more like, let me show you how I did it. Kind of thing. But also, social media for some reason wants you to gloat. Like that's the stuff that grows. I made this amount of money in this month. Let me show you. And that's what people gravitate to because they want to learn and they want to make that money. So for me, one of the hardest things is figuring out the balance and creating the content where I'm talking about that, but not like gloating about it or shoving it in people's face. Like I'm actually tired of seeing it. So like I don't want to say to people like, watch my YouTube channel because I made $10,000 off of these cupcake toppers. I actually did, but don't tell nobody. But continually bringing that up, I can't do it. Like I've had somebody tell me that people need to hear your story. Now that helps you grow. It does, but I can't do it. I feel like I don't know. It's just not me. So quickly, one of the things that people like to hear, like I was a teen mom. Do you say was or is if you're not a teen no more? I don't know. Was a teen mom. So stuff like that, showing people like you can grow from that. That helps you grow. It does. But I don't even think about it that much. So I don't want to constantly bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Or even like, I don't know, you got out of a failed relationship and this is what you did to blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's just not me to continually use those things to grow. I feel like I want my growth to be because y'all like the shit I make. That's it. And y'all like me, like just me, my personality. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to grow off of my story. But I would tell you, if you are comfortable telling people your story, do it. do it because it does motivate people. Because I've had people tell me like, like, oh, I didn't know you had kids young, or I didn't know like you went back to school and like started completely over, and that motivates me. Like I feel better. It does help people, but for me, I'm not comfortable continually bringing it up. But if you are, do it. You are actually helping people, and that's part of me saying know what you're comfortable doing before you start doing stuff. Because you ever see like people get popular and then it starts getting cringy because they just keep doing it to keep up that popularity? And I'm talking more like the influencers that are like, I don't know, younger, like dancing on TikTok. And after a while, it's like, okay, we're tired of it now. Like, I don't want to get there, if y'all know what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Am I making sense or am I just rambling? Let me know because also I talk a lot. I talk a lot. So if you bring up a subject, you're going to get information out of me because I don't know how to shut up. So I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but get comfortable and know what is best for you. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thanks, Safa. So bringing up, I don't know, it's just hard for me to continually bring up my story, but I do show up, so that's part of it too. Consistency. Um, when it comes to your content, so this is where I would say like I fall in between being consistent and inconsistent. So I'll create a schedule, and 9 times out of 10 I don't stick to it, but I still show up. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm gonna explain it to where the inconsistent Chandel comes in and the consistent. So the consistent part of me is y'all are gonna see me somewhere. I'm gonna pop up in a live. I'm gonna talk to y'all. If I disappear for a little while, I'm gonna come back and tell you where I went, what was going on. Unless it's real personal. That's my stomach. I didn't eat nothing. Maybe I need to eat. Let me get some chips. Hold on. Also, too, I'm a hot mess as y'all can see. Hold on. Ciao. The ghetto. Back to what I was saying. So, this is content planning. Weekly content planning live on Instagram. Have I been going weekly? I think not. Then, Tosh, can you pass me a bottle of water? One of the ones I have open already. I changed it to bi-weekly. By who? Weekly who? I have not been here bi-weekly. But when I can, I show up. And then I go on Instagram and I let people know, man, life has been lifing. I haven't been feeling good. Shit just been hitting the fan and I have not been able to do the live. But I'm showing up. I'm explaining to people. It's to the point where I think my followers understand that there'd be a lot going on over here. And I can't always make it, but when I will, I will. And also that's where building a community comes in. Because if you just have followers and they don't know you or you don't care to even get to know them or something and you disappear, it'll be like, this heifer said she was going to teach us this thing and she did not. And they're pissed off and they're gone. But when you build a community that gets to know you, it's like, ooh, Chandel ain't show up. I hope she okay. What happened? I know she probably home. I don't know, her stomach, something. But because you build a community and the people got to know you, they're more likely to understand. Whereas if I'm just following some random person because I just wanted a tutorial and they didn't give it to me, I'm out. I'm not staying. So build a community too. So that's the difference with me, like with inconsistent. I'm gonna consistently show up. I'm gonna be here. It's just not gonna be the way I probably said. It's not gonna be the right schedule. You know what I'm saying? I have crafting and chatting. I didn't do crafting and chatting at all this year, and I'm not doing it until I told you guys, like, I get my surgery and everything is like I'm in the 100% clear because every month I'm sick. Every month I'm sick. Sometimes it lasts 3 to 4 days. Sometimes it lasts a week. Sometimes it lasts every 2 weeks. Hot mess over here. But until all of that is done and I'm free, then I'm bringing back crafting and chatting. So crafting and chatting might not even come back this year. It might be next year. But these are things I talk to people about. These are things people know about. I've actually been checking in, like with my doctor's visits. I come back on live and we talk about it. There's actually some people like, I went through the same thing or I'm going through the same thing. I want to know. I've gotten tips from other women that's dealt with fibroids and hysterectomy and all that stuff. So, and I also mention to people, if you're in my live right now on Instagram, and you're looking for crafting, we're not talking about that today. If you don't want to hear about health stuff or anything like that, we're not talking about that today. So people know, like, this ain't for me. Sometimes I go on a live and I'm here for one thing and they doing the other and I'm out. Because that's not what I came for. So I let people know. So that's all part of letting people get to know you. Now, I can't remember what the hell we was talking about. Back to planning out my main content. So I have some of these recorded. And throughout the week, every time I get some free time, I'm going to hop in and record a little piece, and put it all together. Y'all, I need to eat. What time is it? Also, too, if you want to see a little bit of crafting, I'm going live today at 1 p.m. on Instagram at the CraftPrint shop. Not the CraftPrint, the CraftPrint shop. We're going to be going over I'm going to be making a layered gable box on the fly. I'm going to print some things out because I don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're going to put it together. And you kind of see the designing and thing process over there on live for actual crafting. Now, right, and I think that's the thing. Some people portray like perfection, and a lot of the times we're all going through the same nonsense. We are all struggling, and not just like, when I say struggle, I don't mean financially, just with everything. You gotta, me and a lot of other people work full time. Then we come back to the crafting. So then with the crafting, some of us are trying to grow a YouTube. Some of us are trying to sell products. Some of us are selling on Etsy. Some of us are just using affiliate links. Some of us are doing all of the freaking above. And then now with that, and then we figure out what we're doing with that. Then there's family. Some people have significant others with no kids. Some people have kids, no significant others. Some people have significant others and kids. Some people have significant others, something on the side, kids and kids on the side. But we all got shit going on. And it's real. It's hard. I don't care who the hell, I don't care what anybody tell you. It's hard. It's hard. Social media keeps changing. You get good. There's people who's doing great on TikTok. Now you got to worry about if TikTok gonna be gone. It's always something. Instagram, use the hashtags. Now they're saying the hashtags don't even matter. Post every day. Now they're saying don't post every day. Space it out. Less is more. It's changing. Every day it's changing. The groceries cost an arm and a leg. So we all have enough that we're going through. And it's good to let people know you're not alone. You're not. Because I'm here. Some days I wake up, I don't know what the hell to do. And I got some things planned out. I don't know what I'm posting on social media. I don't know what I'm making. I ain't get no orders. I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do to get the orders. It's always something. So it's good to know that it's not just me. Because sometimes you go through problems and it literally feel like it's just you. Like, is anybody else experiencing this shit? With the whole fibroid thing, outside of crafting, like, I started to explain away my symptoms. You're getting old. That's what's happening. To me, it was, you're getting old. Oh, you're working a lot. That's why you're so tired. This is this, that, this is changing, this is that. And the minute I spoke about it, a bunch of other crafters was like, no, me too. This is what happened. I had the surgery. I did this. You should do this. You should try this. So letting people know you're not alone and you're hungry and you ain't got no food. Nobody made me breakfast. I ain't cooking. I don't know what I'm about to eat, but look, this is my lunch. You're not alone. You're not. Let me tell you, groceries is ridiculous. You know, I went in the store. You know, this is real nasty. Why am I chewing like this one? Hold on, I'm real hungry though. Let me just eat 2 more and then no more chewing. Because I hate to hear people chew. It grinds my gears to hear people chew. I'm going to eat after live. I went to buy grapes. It's like $12, $15. I love grapes. I used to eat grapes every day. $12? $15 for grapes? This is not what I was born to do. It's not. I love you too, bro. It's hard out here. It's real in the goddamn field. But anyway, now it's time for y'all to respond. What y'all planned out so far? What you got written down so far? What do you plan on doing? What is the schedule? Tell me what's going on. You're struggling? You're trying to figure it out? You don't know what the hell to post? What's going on for next week? What's your next week posting schedule look like? I wish I could grow them grapes, child. I wish. But guess who not eating grapes every day? No, sir. I'm trying to be a more responsible spender. Not happening. Not happening. I'm not seeing answers. I hope that means y'all are taking time to type up your answers and get them in the comments. What's your next week? We're just going to focus on next week. Did you at least write down how many times you're posting? If not, let me know. Who at least know how many times they plan on posting next week? You're cleaning right now, Kim? So Kim, I want you, when you do plan, at least 3 posts next week. That's the first thing. 3, and then you're going to figure out those 3. Is only Kim planning? Where the rest of y'all? Very good, Bernice. Shaniqua, that's how I was pronouncing. I say your name right, girl. Shaniqua. 3. I think 3 should be for most of us. 3 to 5 if you want. But they're saying, remember, less is more. So the everyday thing. Also, let's talk about your stories. Now, again, less is more. And you're going to post one thing in your stories. Do not post the next one until the first one you posted expires. That's what's going around. And you get more engagement or views in your story now. This is what they're saying. So this week, that'll be your goal, to try it out and see if you see a difference. I think it's because, honestly, people are just overwhelmed. It's everyone posting content. When you turn around, everybody is starting a business, is an influencer, promoting something, including me. It's tiring to the outside person, especially who's not getting into all that. All of these platforms are turning into the home shopping network. A lot of the times we used to come to social media for a laugh, for a little fun, to check up on people. Now, everywhere you go is about buying something. People are tired. Especially with the grapes costing so much. The groceries done went up, the rent, the mortgage went up, the insurance went, everything going up. And then you come to social media and everybody trying to get you to buy shit. I think that's the problem. People are overwhelmed with the nonsense. So that's where less is more. So you post one time in your story, let it expire, then post something new. But you got to remember, even though people are tired, at the end of the day, we still trying to get them to buy. So we got to do something. It's always selling. So this is where I think it comes in, where even though you're selling, try to do a little more. Try to do like just hanging out and talking with people, where we could just unwind and do like this right here. I feel like people sit down and we talk. Let people feel like, all right, I'm stepping away and we just relaxing and talking. We just hanging out. So at the end of the day, we are trying to sell, but you don't want to oversell, if you get what I'm saying. Let's talk. Let's hang. Mention your product, but don't shove it down my damn throat. If you go live, right? Even if you just pin a comment, I'm having a sale. Talk about your product, talk about this, talk about what's going on in your life, maybe current events, stuff like that. Don't shove it down people's throat. We're tired of it. Hear me weird, like I'm not telling people to. It froze because my sisters are calling. I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I guess I didn't. But y'all understand what I'm saying. So far, we all have 3 posts. Oh, just a quick reminder too. If you have plans in the future to build a YouTube, all of the reels and stuff that you're posting, come over here and post it as a short. Even if it's next year, build up those people, the views from the shorts for now. Keep posting them here. And with that, I want to remind anybody that's here to hit the little like button because it helps me over here on YouTube. So, and my focus now is going to be YouTube. So I'm trying to pay attention to those things. And here's why my focus is going to be more of YouTube. Money. There's no other friggin' reason. Money. When you post on Instagram, we are growing, we're getting the sales, but your content itself is not helping you. So I need to focus here where when I post a video, I know that the views are growing. It may be 5 cents, but as time go on, the 5 cents builds up. You get what I'm saying? So when I post my content here, it's actually creating some income. Right now, my YouTube probably makes anywhere from $60 to $100 a month. That's it. I'm not trying to lie to nobody and tell them like we rich over here. My YouTube could buy my grapes, and then it's at where the payout every month is $100. So if it doesn't hit $100 this month, let's say I get 85, next month we'll add on to that. Then I'll get a payout for the month, so it'll add together. So it can buy me, I don't know, a month worth of grapes. So the goal is to grow Instagram, but I think Mark Zuckerberg listening to me because why the hell did I say Instagram? He's trying to program me. YouTube. The focus is going to be YouTube more than the others, but also I enjoy Instagram actually. Not just, if y'all notice, I'll come on Instagram and do everything but sell my products. Because I actually enjoy being there and hanging with people and talking. Like it's fun for me. I don't know. But I don't be selling like I should. Don't be Shondo when it comes to your products. Keep talking about them. Keep doing what you got to do. Don't just come and hang out with people. You know, like when your parents tell you go to school and don't just be hanging out with your friends in school. Like do the school work. Find a balance. Because obviously, I was just hanging out and not doing the school work. But you can sell and still do your thing. But my focus will be more of YouTube. Putting out more videos here, doing more stuff. So for those of you who said 3, and for those of you who did not answer me and tell me what your goal is for next week, you better get the answer data. Because what you really here for? We came here to get our shit together. We came here to plan our content. You came here for some help and a little talking and a little company. So you're going to have the company, but we're actually going to try to hit these goals. Y'all don't want to buy the grapes? So we got to sell. We got to make the money so we can buy the grapes, okay? Now I'm going to be posting about grapes everywhere. Anyway, so you have 3. What is your 3 content going to be? What is it going to be? What is it going to be? Yours is 2? So what is it going to be? 1 YouTube? Is it going to be all for Instagram? Then you got to figure out now what. Make sure if your goal is 3, make it easy on yourself, and on one of those days, just post images of your product. Let me tell you, I have 1 teenager and adult boys. Adult, they're in their late 20s, and they eat. They eat. I don't cook as much, but one of my sons is learning to cook, so he's been doing a lot of the cooking. But they eat, and don't let me act crazy. I eat like a grown man, like a grown man. But anywho, we're here. It's 12 o'clock. The latest I could stay is another 20 minutes because I got to get ready for the live over there on Instagram. So, like I was saying, let's say most of us is 3. One of that content you want to have just a picture maybe of your products. The other 2 you're going to do reels. If you're trying to grow your community where you're getting your followers to get to know you, make sure your face is in one of those reels. Come in. Stop in. Turn your camera and just say something to the camera. Or record yourself like working and make that your content. Okay? And most of all, sell something. If you are making something, make sure you're selling something. We're going to put those lives, stories up for the 24 hours that expire and put a new one. But also, don't just be putting stories and it's a selfie. Don't put a story and you just telling me it's a lovely day. Make sure throughout the week, if we're doing 5 for the week, at least 2 to 3 of those have a link to purchase something. If it's not from you, it needs to be an affiliate link where you could at least get your little 2 cents made off of the sale. It needs to be something. Make sure the link is going to something. Also, I heard, because I be scrolling in these streets here, you can also use those stories to hype people up about something you have coming. So if you have a product, if you're making something, if you're recording something, if you plan on going to buy something and doing an unboxing, let one of those stories talk about that to get people ready. Build up the anticipation for what you have coming. If you're not creating some sort of a link to that product, don't waste your time too much with posting the stuff on your timeline straight to your stories. I'm hearing they don't want to see it because they saw it already. We still do it for the CraftPrint shop because we're reposting other crafters like using our products with the link, and not everybody's going to see that because not everybody follows that person. So a lot of the times we do that, and not too much of what's on your timeline unless it's like a reminder for the live. But for the most part, if you post a reel, don't repost it in your stories. That's what I heard. We're not doing too many stories, so utilize those stories to sell what you're selling or build up some anticipation for people. And I think we should be good. Before we go, anybody have questions? You need help with something? You need to know where you got something, what I'm using? Talk now or forever hold your peace. I'm here. I answer questions. You ain't gotta be afraid to ask me nothing. Unless it's dirty and then I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap. But other than that, what do you need help with? That's mainly what these lives are for. What do you need help with? 3 on each platform, Ro. Here's another thing, Ro. And I do it too. So when we make something and we post it, let's try, if not next week, the following week, before we post it, create it in your shop, either your Etsy shop or your website. So there's a link. So when we post it, so look what I did. If you want one, you can buy it so you can send people to purchase right away. Shorts are basically YouTube's version of Reels. So when you come on YouTube and you're seeing the videos, the little long form videos, not long form, you know what I mean. But basically YouTube's version of Shorts, of Reels, is called a short. So when something becomes popular on one platform, all the others follow suit and they just have to give it a new name because they can't name it what IG names it or what TikTok names it. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, it's all the same thing. We're just posting videos, but they all have different names. So for YouTube, it's called a short. Instagram is called a reel. And for TikTok, I don't even know what it's called on TikTok. A video, a TikTok, a tickety talk. Who knows? But everybody's really doing the same junk, just naming it something else. And that's why I don't try to create something different for each platform. Well, you know what? That's what I do. Because some people actually create different content for each platform. I don't have the time, the patience, nothing. One reel that I post, let's say Monday I'm posting a reel, I'm posting that same reel to YouTube, to Instagram, to Facebook, to TikTok, to Pinterest. I just post all of them. Because there will be people who are not on Instagram, but they're on YouTube. They're not on YouTube, but they're on Facebook. So different people, you need to see the stuff. Working your Glowforge aura. What do you need help with? Well, I don't use Glowforge no more. But I don't know if the aura is any different. What is the real issue? So who have I seen post aura content? Tam Sweet Life. She changed to I Create University. She has an aura. I think she posts some on YouTube. There are a few crafters out there that have the aura that I think have tutorials. Well, just remember the aura is a diode laser. Those diode lasers do not cut everything. The CO2 lasers do. and that's the larger, bigger in size, you know what I'm saying, lasers. So that's one thing to keep in mind too. But I haven't seen much people with the Aura, and also the Aura. Even if you have like a M1 from X2, they're the same diode lasers. Not only are they don't cut all, they're going to be a little bit slower and like not cut as deep. You know what I'm saying? You have to do multiple, but it's just a less powerful machine. I create university. ICREATUNIV is her Instagram. Yeah, I want the P2 also. So far, I just like what I like most about Xtool is their design software. You can do way more in there than you can in um, Glowforge's software, and they don't charge you extra to do it. It's free. So that so far I'm liking. And if you think about it, I'm gonna be real honest with you. A lot of these machines often do the same thing, just different companies. But I would say these are crafter desktop lasers. They're also limited. The big lasers that you can literally lay in the laser bed that you need like a full room or garage and stuff for, that's a different level. They're cutting bigger, they're cutting 10 times faster, much better. So these that were working with Xtool and what's their name? Glowforge, they're desktop lasers. So keep that in mind too. But anywho, so it seems like nobody else needs any help or anything else. I am gonna be back in the next 2 weeks. We're gonna do this every 2 weeks, and if I cannot, I apologize from now, and I'm gonna try to put it in my stories when I can't make it. But the goal is every 2 weeks we come in, we talk about content. I talk about how I'm planning for this week, month, year, whatever. Give out any ideas, any helpful tips. Just encourage us all to keep going. We're gonna mess up. We're gonna fall down. We're gonna take breaks. Things are gonna happen, like life, death, births, sickness. Things come and they stop you. Because when my mom passed, I stopped crafting for a little while. I stopped everything. I was walking around looking real homeless and depressed, y'all. And that shit never goes away. So you have like bouts of depression that just pop up randomly. These things come up. Take a break. Don't let nobody take a damn break. Don't let nobody tell you not to. But just come back. And that's what I do. That's my consistency. I'm going to always be back. I'm going to come back. But I'm going to make sure I take my breaks if I need them. And, know what's most important. And for me, it's family first. So deal with these things too. You know what I'm saying? Etsy shop. So, Party Trail Crafts. I believe she still has a Etsy like one-on-one tutorial. I'm not sure. I think Pretty Party and Crafty might have a class. Also, if you're not ready or you're not in a position yet in your business to pay, YouTube. I'm telling you. When I first started, I couldn't pay for no classes, for no nothing. Literally, my money was going to bills and food. Bills and food. There was no extra shit. So I didn't pay for nothing. YouTube. And usually when we're paying someone, we're paying for convenience, not necessarily the information, because usually it's out there. You're paying for the inconvenience of just getting it all right there when you need it. So in the meantime, if you feel like you don't have it just yet, come on YouTube. There's people who are going to walk you through every step of the way. It's here. You just have to, maybe just like we're making time for content, make time for that research. And a reminder too, not just Etsy, all of us, you should still be researching no matter how good you get. Keep researching. Things change, things update. I'm always watching tutorials for everything all the time. So research. But Party Trail Crafts on Instagram and Pretty Party and Crafty, I know have, they had, you could double check if they still have, Etsy training. Party Trail Crafts, I think she's doing it as one-on-ones. So yeah. Kim, I get it. I get it. The best thing to do is when you have those moments where you're not in that depressive state, try to get as much done, because once that depression come a knocking, ain't nothing getting done. Ain't nothing getting done. So when you're feeling good, try to get the most done out of it. So even if you plan ahead in those moments, so that let's say we're recording or just taking pictures of stuff, so that when the time comes up, you have something to post. But I'm gonna tell you what I do. I just stay depressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I get a moment where it like takes over, so sometimes it'll be like a few days, sometimes it could even be a few weeks. It's hard to get out of. So I just don't do it. I just don't do nothing, and I try not to stress myself to have to come on and post. And I'll either put the Etsy shop on vacation mode. In my case, I do have help, so I'll ask for help. Sometimes you don't even realize that the depression has taken over. Like, I'll have moments where Joelle or my sisters will point out to me like, "What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, you're not doing what you're usually doing. You're not functioning. You're not, or small things like not cleaning is a sign that it's coming. It's there. Depression is there, basically. You don't want to even clean up. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to move. You don't want to do nothing. The things that you like enjoyed, nothing is bringing you joy. Live in that for a minute. Like, don't ignore it. Don't ignore anything. Allow it to be there. Like, I tell people all the time, I cry all the time. I just do it in the shower. Let it blend with the damn water. But I'll cry because it helps get out that frustration. But you have to kind of either know or have someone who can kind of let you know, like, don't live in it forever. And it's very hard. It's very, 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 very hard. So just do your best. Just do your best. Also, understanding that if you're dealing with depression or some mental health issues or things that come up, understand that you can't function like others. I think that that was one of the issues with me. Like, I'll see some content creators who's bussing out the content. They're doing it. They're doing what they gotta do. They're going live. They're doing this, and they're consistent all the time. They probably don't have the same issues as you. So stop trying to compare yourself. Like, I've learned that mentally, I cannot be on it all the time and getting it all done. I can't. And I've come to that understanding with myself, and it is very helpful. Because then I'm not really stressing when I don't feel like I'm keeping up like other people are keeping up. Also, even with me sometimes, when y'all see me consistent with things, understand that sometimes I have help. So never compare yourself to me or anyone. There's some people I look at and then it's like they have a lot of help. There's some people who have a team. They have people who are running their emails, doing their emails for them. There's people who's editing their content for them. Whereas I'm doing all that shit my damn self and drowning and comparing when the people have help. Then there's someone out there who's doing it themselves like me too, but then they don't have help. They still have their kids and they don't have help around the house. They don't have anyone buying them extra craft supplies and stuff like that. So then they're looking at me and thinking same situation. So remember your situation, remember your mental capacity, because that for me is helpful and I don't stress myself as much. But I also allow myself to not do shit when I'm not in a good mood. It's just not gonna get done unless it has to do with my job and I have certain deadlines, monthly deadlines. I got to get those done. But other than that, I take those pauses. I take the time out and try to get myself together and then come back. But that's the best thing to do. Understand how you work. Everybody function different. There's people who can work through the depression. They could work through the stress. They could work through the anger, everything. And then there's people who can. So understand if you can and you cannot, and move accordingly to you, your body, and your mind. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. Because there are people who tell you, pick it. I know people who don't even believe in depression. They're like, nah, you're not depressed, you're lazy. There's people out there. And to those people, I say, kiss my ass. Also, don't have them people in your life. If there's people around here who really feel like you're not depressed and you're just extra, you're doing too much and you're just lazy, they gotta go. And if that person is like part of your living situation and helping you out, I say start figuring out a plan to eventually get away. But that shit ain't healthy.
Not to interrupt. But is it too late to take this out?
What is that? Chicken? No. Take it out. You cooking today? I told you if you're gonna cook, you gotta wake up in the morning and take your chicken out the freezer. But anywho, that's all. I'm gonna see y'all in 2 weeks. For those who are coming over to the CraftPrint shop for us to do a little bit of crafting. No depression talk over there. Well, you know what? It might be talked about over there too. Also, that's another thing. Talk about what you want to talk about. All right. So there's some people who be like, I just came here for crafting. I don't want to hear all that other nonsense. Blah 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 blah. Well, then don't come. It's your page. You do what you want on your account, and who don't like it just don't show up. And don't be worried about people not showing up. If they don't show up, they ain't meant for you. Right? All right. So 1 o'clock. I have 40 minutes to get ready for that live, and I need to just cut some items for that live. I don't even know how I'm setting up that live because I need people to see what I'm doing and maybe see me. But anyway,
You on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm about to go on Instagram another hour. I've got some things to do. So enjoy the rest of y'all day. Plan out as much as you can. If you can't, let it go. Next week, then you do it. Don't stress it too much. But don't get too lazy. Don't get too comfortable. Like, oh, Chanel said it's all right. Brush it off. And then 3 months pass and we ain't did shit. Because I do it to myself. Still get the work done, but don't be afraid to take breaks and take your mental health breaks. Plan accordingly, and things change, and I guess we'll just figure it out together. That's my thing. I'm just going along and we doing it together. We're figuring it out together. We're learning together. Hold up. I look a little slimmer in this live. Maybe it's because I'm sitting up tall. Ooh, that's a new tip. Sit up tall. It makes you look slimmer. Hello. Look at the neck. I don't see like 3 chins. I see 2. Sit up tall. That's the last tip, okay? So I'm going to see y'all in the next 2 weeks as we plan out our content. Peace in the Middle East. Reign in Spain.